Hey, what's up my homies? Lay here. This is going to be my recap video of Rozenstruik versus Sakai. We're just going to recap all these fights. So yeah, let's jump into it. Now the first matchup on this card was Claudio taking on Jordan Levitt. A lot of grappling in this matchup. I think Jordan Levitt, speaking about I'm going to walk down Claudio, make him shoot. That didn't happen, right? Jordan was the first to level change. But then I think, the striking of Jordan Levitt was probably more effective than the grappling. But as we saw, the fight went on and Claudio had a little bit more in the gas tank than Jordan Levitt. He done some nice work in round 2, round 3, just ending up on top. Jordan Levitt couldn't really get back to his feet, couldn't really attack with submissions off his back. He got very tired. So a lot of credit to Claudio. If you made that pick, really nice work. Sean Woodson taking on Youssef Zalal. This was a good one, right? The boxing from Sean Woodson, we knew that was going to be the area that he was going to shine. And he did. He had a lot of output, way more output than Youssef Zalal. Now, I give Youssef some credit though, because we knew he had to mix it up, land low kicks, look for level changes, try to take down Sean Woodson. Sean Woodson had great takedown defense. It was really difficult to take him down. Youssef got him down, one time? Maybe 2 times, I think. But yeah, I think Youssef Zalal, it was close, man. It was a close one. I don't hate on his performance. I think, like I said, you have to give him a little bit of credit. But I think you give some credit to Sean Woodson too. If you're speaking about the weakness of Sean Woodson in this matchup, maybe you want him to peel off the fence a little bit sooner. If he got off the fence a little bit sooner, I don't think it would have been a split decision. But yeah, the judging in this one, I can't argue. It was a close fight. But I think the judges got it right. Sean Woodson, more output, more damage. I give Ricci a lot of credit. She hung in there for, 7 or 8 minutes. She was tough, man. She took many punches from Minot. But yeah, the elite striker won. A lot of people were high on Fiorot's striking going into the fight against Moroz. Here she basically showcased, look, this is really what I'm about. It's the striking. Her boxing looked pretty clean too. The kicking side of her game, it was there. But the boxing side tonight, it was also there. So yeah, Minot Fiorot, man. Really, really impressive. Alan Patrick taking on Mason Jones. Man, I was big on Mason Jones. I advised my my Patreon people, we should bet on Mason Jones. Man, it was looking good. It was looking good. The boxing looked awesome. He stopped all the takedowns attempted from Alan Patrick. Yeah, everything looked good from Mason Jones. The pressure, he was breaking him. It was looking like it was about to be stopped. But then came the eye poke. Now, some people may say, listen, fair play on the eye poke, but Alan Patrick kind of looking for a way out of that fight. Now, who am I to say that's the case? But it kind of looked like that. I'm not sure how many of you guys were watching on Fight Pass, but you get to see the corners, like outside of the round. Alan Patrick's corner, he was sat on the mat, looking up, thinking, what am I going to do? What am I going to do in round 2? But yeah, the eye poke, it sucks, man. It sucks because Mason Jones was looking awesome. It sucks. Camuela Kirk taking on Amir Khani. Man, Kirk's boxing, his boxing's really good. Amir Khani had his moments. The takedowns did come. But as we expect with Amir Khani, he does fade. He fatigues. Now, I mentioned that Kirk will also fatigue. And he did. He did fatigue. But Amir Khani getting stuck on the bottom in round 3. Round 1 was pretty close. Yeah, Kirk had a good debut, man. On short notice, to come in against such a good wrestler in Amir Khani. Yeah, I hold my hands up, man. Kirk was the play there. So yeah, if you picked that one, guys, if you got Kirk, short notice. I think plus 400 was the decision too. Yeah, really impressed with his performance. Like I said, both guys slowed down. You know, Kirk got very tired too, but... So yeah, fair play, Camuela Kirk. Trinaldo is arguably the toughest 43-year-old fighter in the game. You know, he got wobbled in round 1, hurt badly in round 2. Then he stuck an eye poke out there in round 3, but yeah, man, Trinaldo tough as nails. He was outclassed. You know, he used a lot of good pressure coming forward to Salikov, but at 43 years old, stepping up in weight, yeah, he showed his toughness. You know, the toughness of Trinaldo. You don't question the man's heart. You know, fighting is a young man's game, but Trinaldo is tough as nails. Give a lot of credit to Salikov. You know, he's a really high-level kickboxer, and he showed that tonight. Round 1, guys, I feel like you can score either way on round 1. Latifi had some top pressure. He had some ground control. But the strikes of Tanner Boser in round 1, especially the last minute 20, you know, round 1 really could go either way in my opinion. Round 2, it's a clear round to Tanner Boser. Now round 3, horrible. I give so much credit to Latifi because at this point in the fight, he's exhausted, right? He's exhausted, but still, even when you're exhausted and you're Latifi, you still weigh the amount you weigh. And if you can end up on top and you're tired, chances are you're going to stay on top. So yeah, it's unlucky for Tanner Boser. I think the scoring, it's a split decision again, right? And it could go either way. So you can't be disappointed that Tanner won. You can't be feeling like, oh, I got lucky on Latifi. I think it could go either way. You know, both guys had their moments. Latifi wrestled. Tanner was able to strike when he was on the feet. So yeah, I give credit to Latifi. I give some credit to Tanner too. Obviously, the get-up game wasn't great. But having said that, in round 1, he did get back to his feet. So yeah, credit to both guys. Good fight. Guys, I think this one, you have to give so much credit to Montana, right? If you ask the question to our community, does this fight go the distance? Montana versus Lipski. I would say the majority of us would have said yes. Now, if the question was, if there's a finish, how does it happen? Who would have said TKO over submission for Montana? You know, when you picture her taking the opponent to the mat, when you imagine her groundwork previous to this fight, most of it's submissions. She's looking to use her jiu-jitsu, but not this time. She got her first TKO win. She rained down. You know, that cut she opened up Lipski with, next to the eye as well. Really nasty. Montana De La Rosa looking like a Habib in there. You know, I give so much credit. I think the TKO prop was like plus 1,000, which is crazy. Lipski, no takedown defense. You know, again, we knew that would be the issue. We knew that's the weakness, and it's still the weakness. But that's not to take credit away from Montana, though. She got it done by ground and pound. That's crazy. So it's quite evident that Dusko Todorovic has not improved his striking defense. You know, round 1, he's taken many punches to his skull. Round 2's the same. And the last round, it's the same. Dusko Todorovic has to improve that striking defense. Now, when we say that as MMA fans, right, it's easy for us to sit at home and say, right, well, this guy needs to do this. That fighter needs to do this. It's easy for us to say that. But it's not like we expect Todorovic to become the next Floyd Mayweather, you know? We don't expect him to be elite with his striking defense. Just an improvement from where we are, you know? Just an improvement, that's good enough. It wasn't there. It wasn't there. Gregory Rodriguez landed at will, round in, round out. I like his high guard. You know, he's got the high guard, almost like a Rob Font style, and then just pops the jab, pops a 1-2. Yeah, Gregory Rodriguez, yeah, really nice. If you made that pick, guys, beautiful. I was kind of expecting Todorovic to maybe not show great improvements with the striking defense, but I was expecting him to be more violent. That wasn't the case. Santiago Ponzinibbio and Miguel Baeza. The question has been answered, guys. I just got done watching that fight. Oh my God, the question has been answered. And you give, again, man, you know, every recap I say the same thing basically. You give so much credit, but you do. You know, round one, Miguel Baeza cracked him. He cracked him hard. And his chin, Santiago's chin, it held up. You know, it held up. Even in round two. Round two, Miguel was looking good for the first 2 minutes. But you see Santiago, man, the guy's got a heart of a lion. He proved to everyone tonight, look, I'm still here. The leech, he put me out. The leech caught me. But I'm still here, man. He had a great finish towards the end of round two. Really put himself back in that fight. You could see in the second round the cardio difference, man. The cardio difference. Maybe that came with experience. I'm not too sure. But yeah, Santiago, we had the question. Right, guys? We had the question. Is Santiago still the same guy? I said no. I said no, I don't think so. But he is. Or at least he's still here. Right? He just proved that. Round two and round three, he took shots, but he delivered so many more of his shots, which we didn't see in the return fight. He was waiting a lot. He said that this time he wouldn't wait as much, and he didn't. Right? In round one, Miguel looked good. It looked like it was going to be a stoppage to Miguel. But nah, it doesn't happen like that, man. Santiago, you give so much credit. Awesome. Now, this one was a little bit, not much action, right? Not much action in this one. Roman Dolidze used a smart game plan. We knew he was the bigger man. He grabbed Staropoli, right? He hugged him. And he did that as much as he can for as long as he can. Guys, I don't know how many of you caught the low-key argument between Bisping and Dominic Cruz in this fight. There was a low-key argument in round... I don't know if you heard it, guys. You must have heard it, right? Bisping saying, Dolidze's doing nothing. He's doing nothing. Keith Peterson needs to break this up. And then Dominic Cruz is like, no, this is quite smart. This is tactics. And then Bisping was like, well, if I hugged a man for 5 minutes and didn't land a strike, I'd be pretty disappointed. And then Dominic Cruz was like, yeah, but if I got hugged by a man and couldn't break away for 5 minutes, I'd be disappointed. So yeah, there was like a little low-key argument between Bisping and Dominic Cruz. Now these two, they like to joke around and do that to each other. A little bit of banter between them. But it was funny, man, because it proceeded into round two as well. Like, Dolidze got the takedown straight away, and Dominic Cruz instantly on the mic. And there we go, straight into a double leg takedown. Like, he was like trying to prove his point from round one. Like, he's just trying to grapple. He's trying to wear on him, which I agree. I agree with Dominic Cruz. You know, it's a smart game plan. He's in there to win. It's not always going to be entertaining, like Dominic Cruz said. But I kind of agree with Bisping a little bit too, because I think in round two and round three, there was moments up against the fence where you think, okay, maybe, I know Michael Bisping has one eye, but maybe he's got a point. Maybe Keith Peterson can break this one up. But I thought that was funny, man. The way Bisping and Cruz were just basically telling each other, well, this is how I'm seeing the fight. And then the other one was like, well, this is how I see it. And they were just going back and forth. It's hilarious. Dolidze hasn't got a great gas tank, but as we saw, Staropoli hasn't got a great gas tank either. Granted, he did take the fight on a week notice, stepping up a weight class. So that's maybe why. It was a smart game plan from Delidze. And I'm glad I put him on my Patreon too. A lot of credit to be given in this matchup too. Tybura got it done. And he got it done in round 1. If you're picturing a finish in round 1 with this matchup, you was thinking Walt Harris. You was thinking Walt Harris, very explosive. He's probably going to get a finish in round 1. It wasn't that way. You know, Walt Harris, he tried. He put a lot of big power punches out there. And a couple of them did connect with Tybura too. And Tybura even wobbled in round 1. So yeah, Walt Harris, similar situation that he found himself in with Overeem. Now, he wasn't that close like he was with Overeem. You know, he was way closer to getting a stoppage in that one. But same thing, you know, his best moment came in round 1. But this time he didn't make it out of round 1. You know, the moment Tybura got that takedown, it went downhill real quick for Walt Harris. Tybura found that back flattening position. And that was it. You know, Walt Harris just wilted. Now, we had the subscriber question, right? And the subscriber asked, if Walt Harris loses, does he get cut? And I said no to that question. But I also said it depends how he loses, right? Now that he got finished in round 1, where it's, you know, a round 1 finish, loss, doesn't look good. So I think you could potentially revisit that question and make a case that he maybe does get cut. But I don't want to see that, man, because I think Walt Harris, he's a good guy. And he is explosive, you know. So yeah, I think hopefully Dana keeps him around, give him another fight. But a lot of credit to Tybura. That's 5 wins in a row now for him. He's looking good. You know, 2020 undefeated. 2021 1-0. Marcin Tybura is climbing. What can we say, man? Biggie Boy has got rocks in his hands. Wow. I mean, both guys were kind of respecting each other quite a lot in that first round. Biggie Boy wasn't getting over aggressive. Sakai wasn't getting over aggressive. They were respecting each other, right? But it only takes one. It only takes one good one at heavyweight, especially with Biggie Boy. And it happened right at the very end of that first round. You know, I think there was 1 second left in that round. So, yeah, a little bit unlucky that Sakai didn't make it out of that round. I think Sakai maybe would have stayed down even if the buzzer went. That prediction was tough to make, guys. You know, if you picked Sakai, there's a reason why, you know. But this is heavyweight. Sakai could have put out Rozenstruik. He could have taken him down the stretch. And of course, we know the flip side. With Rozenstruik, he can put you out at any round. Round 1, round 2, or even, you know, against Overeem, there's 5 seconds left in round 5. So Rozenstruik has this habit of getting right to the end of a round and deciding now is the time I want to finish you. Yeah, so if you hit the over 1.5 in that one, it's a sucker, right? Because to be honest, they really were respecting each other. But with Biggie Boy, it takes one shot. It takes one shot. And he likes to do it at any time. It can be the end of round 1 or the end of round 5. He can catch her. And that's what he done tonight. So yeah, guys, this was my recap. Let me know who your favourite performance was on the night. I was liking Mason Jones. I think his performance was looking good. It was looking awesome. If I'm not going to pick Mason Jones for the performance of the night, I think you have to look at Ponzinibbio. You know, what he done. You know, everyone was asking the question, are you still here, Ponzinibbio? You know, that performance was amazing. I think, like I mentioned earlier, Montana De La Rosa as well also needs a lot of credit going her way. Alright guys, look forward to engaging with you guys in the comment section. I'll catch you on the pay-per-view. Peace.
Bye.